Hello, it's me. Hi, I'm coming here today to talk to you about my reading plans for 2022 and also what I'm going to be doing here on the channel. I think the reading plans are the more interesting thing, so I will talk about those last. Let's talk first about my plans for the Overstuffed shelf. So, the last couple of months have obviously been a little bit rough with uploading. I really just want to thank everybody for sticking with me. I've had a lot of life transition stuff and a lot of just pandemic burnout. I don't even know if we can call it burnout at this point. We're just struggling. But anyways, 2022, my literal one and only goal for this channel is to start posting consistently again. I do have some ideas for like how I can change my content in order to be able to do that in a more easy, routine way. I'd also love to get feedback from you guys in terms of what you enjoy on this channel, so I can make content that you guys are interested in. But just talking very vaguely on what I'm going to be emphasizing here going forward, I think I am going to put a little bit of a pause on vlogging. And this is because, I love vlogs and I love doing my own vlogs, and they're a great sort of time capsule for myself. Like this year I've been going back and watching the ones that I did this time last year, and it's been great to, see New York again and be like, that's what I was reading, blah, blah, blah. So I do personally really enjoy filming them and also watching them. I do not really enjoy editing them very much unless I'm like doing something very fun and particular with the editing. It just takes much longer than editing sort of a talkie video. And currently I have like 4 or 5 filmed vlogs that are just sitting on my computer because I never edited them together, and now it feels weird to post a like moving vlog 4 months after I moved, you know what I mean? I literally have a sci-fi reading vlog that I started in March, and I've filmed clips for it like every month or so for the last 9 months. Is it done? No. Anyways, so they're just a big commitment, and I would like to get back to doing them at some point, but right now we're just gonna say they're not gonna happen for a little while. So that's one thing. The other thing is that I got very behind in doing monthly wrap-ups, and then once I got behind, I felt like I couldn't do one until I covered what I'd read the previous month, and then it snowballed. So I'm going to be moving monthly wrap-ups to an email newsletter. I think that this is just a little bit lower pressure, and also I think it'll actually give me an opportunity to like flesh out my thoughts about each book a little bit more, rather than being like, it's good, I read it 3 weeks ago and I don't remember most of the plot, but I liked it, you know what I mean? So I am starting a newsletter that I'm going to be running for at least 6 months. It's just sort of like a trial period. I grabbed the domain name Media Mail, so that's what we're calling it right now. It's going to be Media Mail from me. I can't decide if that's cute or boring, so let me know what you think. And there's a sign-up link in the description box if you are interested in getting my thoughts about the books that I've been reading. I'm calling it Media Mail because, again, I did not have a very good reading year last year, so I was thinking that, if I do only read 1 or 2 books in a month, it would also be nice to talk about, like, an album that I listened to and liked. So it's going to be a little bit broader than just books, but hopefully still very interesting to you guys. I am very excited about that. So things to look forward to in 2022. The third little sub point to starting to post more consistently again is to get a little bit more chill with the editing on these videos. I'm not sure if you guys have realized, because I do edit these quite thoroughly, but I breathe like Darth Vader. Like sometimes I'll be like sitting quietly in a room just working on somebody, and somebody will like turn around and be like, are you okay? Are you having problems breathing? I just breathe really loudly. So I have, in the past spent quite a bit of time on each of these videos cleaning up the edges. Like I think if you watch bigger YouTubers where it seems like they're very off the cuff. I think a lot of people do this too, where they like, you know, edit it together so it's a little bit more pithy and you don't get those human noises like lip smacking and breathing and things like that. And the finished product is a lot nicer, obviously. It's a lot cleaner. But if the choice is don't post a video because you don't have 4 hours to edit out breathing noises versus post a video with breathing noises, we're gonna try to go with the breathing noises. It's gonna hurt my perfectionist soul, but that's the plan going forward. So you might get a little bit, a few more rough cuts in here. I hope you guys don't mind. We'll see. It'll be a little different, hopefully. Anyways, that is literally all for the channel goals. I wish I had something more interesting to say for the channel goals, but again, posting more consistently and starting a newsletter, I feel like that's pretty exciting. And the real reason everybody's here is because of the reading goals. For that as well, I'm also going to go very simplistic. I'm doing this exact same reading goal I did last year for this year, which is read 52 books. Last year, I've talked about on and off forever. My reading year was a little bit disappointing. I ended up reading 42 books, which honestly isn't that bad. But it was a bit of a letdown from 2020 when I read 100 books. This was because of a lot of good things, like, you know, in 2021 we got vaccinated, we were able to go out and like actually see people on the weekends and things like that. So all of those things cut down on my reading time. On top of that, I also defended my thesis, moved across the country, and started a new job, so that will also, you know, affect the amount of time I have to read good books. However, I think that when I call it a disappointing reading year, it's not so much the quantity of books, but the quality. I felt like I was reading a lot of book placeholders, if that makes sense, where it was like, I don't want to pick up a book I'm really excited about right now because I don't have the mental wherewithal to enjoy it. And I don't have the focus to like really give it the attention it deserves. So I'm going to pick up this book that I know is a 3-star book and just read that as like a placeholder in my story brain or something like that. So I'm going to try in 2022, read 52 books, read fewer placeholders. And there's no real way to quantify that, but I just want to be picking up books and looking at them and thinking about whether I really want to read it or if it's just sort of like a stopgap because I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can enjoy something, really. Like, I think, honestly, if it's in between reading books that I'm not very excited about versus not reading and just, like, letting that part of my brain relax, again, we're going to try to go with the relaxed approach this year. But I think I can, given that, you know, I have already completed all those big life things, I'm sort of getting more back in the swing of like living life day by day, not like big life events happening, if that makes sense again. I think I can definitely accomplish 52 books, and most of them being books that I'm like actively excited about reading, not just, you know, the whatevers. I feel like I can't be the only one who does this, who like reads mediocre books on purpose. So let me know if that's something that you struggle with as well. And then also some more sub-points to the reading goal. I would like to read more nonfiction. Again, every year I talk about what a big nonfiction reader I am, and every year that I've tracked this, at least, my nonfiction reading comes in at about a third of what I read, and that's like fine. I mean, I think that you can be a big reader of a genre, and it's not necessarily that genre is the majority of what you read. It's like what you enjoy the most or takes up the most of your brain space. Maybe I read less nonfiction because I go through it much slower. I also read much more nonfiction physically rather than in audiobook, and I go through audiobooks much faster. So there are a lot of reasons why nonfiction doesn't make up like 50% or more of my reading overall. But again, because I love reading nonfiction so much. I always want to read more. So I am hoping to get closer to 50% nonfiction this year. We'll see how that goes. And then also, I would like to get into reading literary fiction a bit more. And I feel like I could write a whole thing about how literary fiction is not a real genre. I mean, like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Like, it's fiction, but more highbrow? Or with more literary merit? Like, I don't think that exists. But there are some books that I avoid because I expect them to be hard. And I would like to start, you know, challenging myself a bit more to actually read those books, and maybe they'll surprise me and be much more readable than I think. And maybe not, and maybe it'll just be a bit more of a project that I'm taking on this year. Those are the main sub points for the reading goals. So, very quick video, but I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on here. Going forward, hopefully we're going to have a weekly or bi-weekly schedule, still figuring out what's feasible given where I am. I hope you all had a great New Year's. Please put down in the comments your reading goals for this year. I'd love to hear them. You know, if anybody wants to buddy read anything this year. I sort of failed miserable at the buddy reading last year, but we're sort of giving it another go, you know. New year, new me. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.